Yeah, please stop working. We'll see the answers. It's okay if you have not completed. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. So the first question, a baker bought eggs at 10 for $5 or $5. So he gets 10 eggs for $5 and sold them at 10 for $6. So he buys 10 eggs for $5 and he sells all the 10 eggs for $6. You must find the profit or the loss amount on selling one egg. What is the profit or loss on selling one egg? See, we know that the profit on selling 10 eggs is $1 because he buys 10 eggs for $5 and he sells all the 10 for $6. So clearly it's a profit. 10 eggs for $5 and then he sells all the 10 for more than $5. $6 he sells 10. So it is a profit. The profit on selling 10 eggs is $1. The profit on selling 10 eggs is $1. But they want you to find the profit or the loss. So here's the profit on selling one egg. So for 10 eggs, it is $1 is the profit. So for one egg will be divided by 10. $1 by 10, which is 0.1. He buys 10 for $5 and he sells all the 10 for $6. So he's selling it for more than what he paid for it. So that difference is the profit. $1 is the profit. But that is the profit on selling 10 eggs. So the profit on selling one egg is 1 by 10. Or 0.1. So the statements, the working go like this. CP of 10 eggs, $5. SP of 10 eggs, $6. Profit on selling 10 eggs, 6 minus 5, $1. So the profit on selling one egg, 10 eggs is $1. One egg will be 1 by 10. You can also write here that you can also write SP is greater than CP, therefore it is a profit. That's about the first answer. Next one. Sophia has a laptop that she had bought for $752. Bought for, I told you in the last session that the words bought, sold, these words tell you if it is the cost price or the selling price. So you'll have to pay attention to those words. See here, the first one also, a baker bought, meaning cost price. Sold, meaning selling price. Here, Sophia bought the laptop for $752. So this is the cost price of the laptop because she bought it for this. That's a cost price. And she plans to sell it at a profit of 20%. What selling price should she quote? Meaning what should she announce? What selling price she should announce? Like when somebody asks her, okay, I heard you're planning to sell your laptop. So at what price are you selling it for? So she has to quote the selling price. So this is a direct question. You can just solve it using the formula. Cost price is given, profit percent is given. So we know the formula to find the selling price. Selling prices, when you know the cost price and the profit percent, you have the formula to find the selling price. 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP. So just use the formula and find the selling price. You can see the answer here. Cost price is given, profit percent is given. Use the formula. And find the selling price. So she should quote $902.4 for the laptop. Next one. Steve sold a gas stove. Steve sold selling price a gas stove for $345 and earned a profit of $45. He also sold a barbecue stands for $144 at a loss of $12. Find his total profit or loss percent in the transaction. So Steve does two transactions here. He said he has a gas stove and a barbecue stand. He sells both of them. Steve has a gas stove. He has a barbecue stand. He sells both of them. So barbecue stand is something which is used to roast, vegetables or whatever food. It's the fire is usually it's not electric. It may also be, but a barbecue stand is mostly, the fire is created using charcoal or wood. Wood is burned to create fire to roast the food, or charcoal is burned to create fire to cook or roast or whatever the food. So that's the difference between a gas stove and a barbecue stand. So gas stove is the fire is created because of the gas, the liquid petroleum gas creates the fire. Whereas in a barbecue stand, the fire is created by burning wood or charcoal. It may also be electric, but mostly as a barbecue stand is, like not electric, and it's used for outdoor activities, like, you go on a picnic or something, so you want to, make food there and serve your guests, serve yourself. So, yeah. So Steve sells both of them, but on the gas stove, he earns a profit. But when he sells the barbecue stand, it's a loss. So you need to find the total profit or loss in the entire transaction. It's very simple. It's just internalizing the information. So still sold a gas stove. So selling price of the gas stove is $345. Selling price of the, because sold. So selling price of gas stove, $345. Profit, $45. This is one transaction. The other transaction, sold. So selling price. Selling price of barbecue stand, $144. Loss, $12. So using the selling price and profit, you can find the cost price. And in the second case, using the selling price and loss, you can find the cost price. So now you have the cost price of gas stove and barbecue stand. Add the two to find the total cost price. You also have the selling price of the gas stove and the barbecue stand. Add both and find the total selling price. Now compare the total cost price and the total selling price. Compare the total cost price and the total selling price to understand if it's a profit or loss on the whole transaction. Then accordingly, you'll have to find the profit percent or loss percent. You can see here. See the first column. Selling price of gas stove, $345. Profit. It's not percentage, it's $45. So how do you understand profit? Profit means selling price minus cost price. Profit means selling price minus cost price. Loss means cost price minus selling price. Because in profit, which is more, selling price is more. But in loss, cost price is more. So here profit is 45, which means selling price minus cost price is 45. What is the selling price? 345. Minus cost price is equal to 45. Transpose 345 minus 45 is equal to minus CP will come to the other side as plus CP. So the CP of the gas stove is $300. So now you know the CP of the gas stove. You're given the SP of the gas stove. You want to know both. You need to have, to answer this question, you need to have CP and SP of the gas stove, CP and SP of the barbecue stand. So now we found the CP. Next, the selling price of the barbecue stand is $144 and the loss is $12. And how do you understand loss? In case of loss, the cost price is more than the selling price. So CP minus SP is 12. CP minus what is the selling price? 144. Substitute is equal to 12. So you transpose and CP is $156. So now you have the cost price and the selling price of the barbecue stand. Next is to find the total CP. Total CP, total cost price. 300 plus 156. 456. Find the total selling price. 345 plus 144. 489. Now compare the total CP and the total SP. Total SP is more. The total selling price is more than the total cost price. So on the whole, though he sold one at a profit and other at a loss, on the whole it is a profit. On the whole it's a profit because the selling price is more. So the total profit is total CP minus total SP. Sorry, the total profit is total SP minus total CP because SP is more in case of profit. So 489 minus 456, which is 33. Then you need to find the profit percentage, which is profit by CP into 100. Profit is 33 by CP. The total CP will have to take 456 into 100. On simplifying, it is 7.23%. I have worked carefully, but when you work, please check on my calculations, addition, subtraction, and simplification, all that. Yeah. If you have any doubts or you want me to repeat the explanation for any answer, you can ask me. I can do it. Yeah. So this is another topic in this chapter, comparing quantities or applications of percentages in real life. So the first topic was, like how to uh, convert a fraction to a percentage. It was just about percentages, the introduction to percentages, like how you apply percentage. Two numbers are given, like what percent of, uh, a day is 3 hours. The first session, I think we solved about 20 questions. Then the next session, I think in the same session or the next session, uh, we understood about cost price, selling price, transactions. We understood about transactions and the different terms in a transaction, cost price, selling price, and when it is a profit, when it is a loss. And we saw a few formulae to find. So given cost price and profit percent, how to find the selling price? Given CP profit percent, how to find selling price? Or given CP and loss percent, formula to find selling price. Given SP and profit percent, formula to find CP. Given SP and loss percent, the formula to find CP. So all this we saw in the last session. So now this topic is about the keywords here are mark price, discount, successive discounts, and selling price. The keywords of this topic are marked price. It's also called the suggested retail price or maximum retail price or list price. All these represent marked price. Marked price. Marked price. We'll understand what it means. First, we'll just get the new terms. Marked price, also called suggested retail price or maximum retail price or list price. Suggested retail price, marked maximum retail price, list price, which is the marked price. So on the marked price, the seller will always announce a discount. The term associated with marked price is discount. If at all there is something, then there is only discount. So marked price minus discount will be the actual price you'll be paying for that product is equal to the selling price. Just a minute. Yeah, thank you. So this is another keyword, discount. Discount is a rebate given on the mark price. Discount is a rebate given on the mark price. So now say you visit a departmental store and you want to say you want to buy a shirt for your cousin brother. Okay. You want to buy a shirt for your cousin brother. So you visit a store and there you see the tag. You pick a shirt and you see the tag on it. You pick a shirt. You want to know the price of the shirt. So there's a tag on the shirt. Okay, which says say some 700 rupees. 700 rupees. That tag represents the mark price. The price on the tag is the mark price, or the price on the tag is the suggested retail price or maximum retail price or the list price. If the shop has announced a discount, that will be mentioned 20% discount, whatever. Okay, so supposing the shop is selling the shirt for a price lesser than 700, the discount will be mentioned somewhere. So say 20% discount. So 20% discount meaning 20% less. So what is the discount? Discount is 20% off the mark price. The seller is giving you 20% discount on the marked price. On the marked price. So the discount will be 20% off the marked price. For every 100 rupees, 20 rupees discount. 20% discount meaning 20%, meaning for every 100. For every 100 rupees, you get a discount of 20 rupees. So for 100 rupees, 20 rupees discount. For 200 rupees, 40 rupees discount. For 300 rupees, 60 rupees discount. 400 rupees, 80 rupees discount. 500 rupees, 100 rupees discount. 600 rupees, 120 discount. So 700, 140 is a discount. But this is tedious to compute, right? 20% for every 100 rupees, 20 rupees discount. So for every 100, 20 rupees. So for 700 rupees, the discount would be 140. But this is tedious. You cannot calculate like this always. So find 20% of the mark price. So which means 20 by 100 into 700. Two zeros, and 140 rupees. This is the discount. So you will actually be paying, the dealer is actually selling the shirt to you for, this is selling price for the dealer. For you, it is the cost price. For the dealer, for the shopkeeper, it's a selling price. So he'll sell this shirt to you for 700 minus 140. You have to pay only 560 rupees for the shirt. You have to pay only 560 rupees for the shirt. So the price on the tag is the mark price, which was 700. The dealer is giving you a discount of 20%. The discount percentage is calculated on the mark price. So 20% of 700, which is 140. You should not add 140 to mark price because 140 is a discount. It's a rebate. So MP minus discount. Marked price minus discount. Selling price is marked price minus discount. 700 minus 140. 560 is the selling price of the dealer. That is your cost price. For you, the cost price is 560. For the dealer, from the dealer's point of view, his selling price is 560. So mark price minus discount is the selling price. So selling price will always be less. Selling price will always be less than the marked price. Selling price will always be less than the mark price because you're getting a discount, right? So mark price is more minus discount. So selling price will be lesser than the mark price. Always. So the formula you have to remember is the keywords mark price, discount, selling price. So discount is equal to mark price minus the selling price. Mark price minus selling price is discount. Discount percentage will be discount by marked price into 100. Discount percentage is discount by marked price into 100. This is the formula to find percentage always. See, profit percent is profit by CP into 100. You always multiply by 100 to find the percentage. To find percentage, you always multiply by 100. A fraction into 100. So if you're finding profit percent, the fraction is profit by CP. Similarly, discount percent, discount by MP into 100 to find percentage. See, so now when you know MP minus SP is discount, the other things you can derive from this. So what is MP? MP is discount or selling price plus discount. You don't have to remember everything. Just remember one equation. MP is equal to just transpose SP plus discount. And what is SP? SP is equal to, when you take this here, SP will be MP minus discount. If you understand the situation, you don't have to memorize all this. Okay, so see, now selling price. Selling price is always less than the marked price. No, so what will be the selling price? It will be the marked price. Selling price is less, so minus discount. Put the situation in your mind. You should understand the difference between the terms mark price and selling price. So you know that the selling price is after the discount. So it is lesser than the mark price. So selling price will be, this is smaller. The selling price is less than the mark price. So selling price will be mark price minus discount. But what about mark price? Mark price is more than the selling price. So it will be selling price plus discount. Mark price is selling price plus the discount. But selling price is mark price minus discount. Because you get a smaller value. Mark price minus discount will give you a smaller number, which is the selling price. Selling price plus the discount will give you a bigger number, which is a mark price. Because mark price is always greater than the selling price. Discount is MP minus SP. So this is all you have to remember. Let's solve some questions. During a festival sale, a dealer offered successive discounts of 5% and 10% on a washing machine with a suggested retail price of $900. So some festival sale is going on and the dealer offered successive discounts. So he'll give you 5% discount and he'll further give you 10% discount if you buy a washing machine from him, whose suggested retail price, SRP, suggested retail price is $900. Then what will the buyer pay for this machine? You should find the cost price for the buyer or the selling price for the dealer. The selling price of the dealer is the cost price for the buyer. For the dealer, it is selling price. But when you buy from him, that is your cost price. Okay. So suggested retail price, you can also write it as mark price. SRP is also mark price. So mark price of washing machine. Mark price of washing machine is equal to $900. First discount is equal to 5%. So the value of discount is 5% of the mark price of 900 rupees. So 5% means 5 by 100. Off is into 900. Zeros, so it is $45. $45 is the discount. Therefore, selling price is equal to marked price minus discount, 900 minus 45, which is $855. Now this becomes the new marked price. The new marked price. This is the new marked price. You've got a discount of 5%, but he's further going to give you a discount of 10% on this one. Second discount is equal to 10%. So that discount will be 10% of this price, 855. First it was 900. He gave you a discount of 5% and he reduced the price to 855. Now he's further giving you a discount on 855 rupees. 10% discount on 855 rupees. So 10% of 855. So it is 10 by 100 into 855, 00. So it is $85.5. So now what's the selling price? Mark price minus discount. Mark price 855 minus discount 85.5. Therefore, the buyer has to pay $769.5 for the machine, for the washing machine. This is how you calculate successive discounts. Take the mark price, find 5%. The mark price is 900. Find 5% of 900 and subtract 900. Sorry, children, just a minute. Yeah. So the mark price is 900, discount 5%. So find 5% of 900, which is 45 rupees. Sorry, $45 here. And 900 minus 45. 855 is the selling price. But there's a further discount of 10%. So find 10% of 855. That's the new price. Find 10% of 855, which is 85.5. So the final selling price is 855 minus the discount 85.5, which is 769.5. So that's the selling price of the dealer, which is the cost price for the buyer. So the buyer has to pay $769.5 to buy the washing machine. Any questions? So similar to finding, cost price and selling price when, like finding selling price and cost price and this profit percent is given. We've seen the formula, right? When CP and profit percent is given, how to find SP. CP and loss percent is given, how to find SP. So here also we have, I just forgot to mention them. Okay. I saw this table, I realized, okay, I have a few more to tell you. So here, mark price is equal to 100 by 100 minus discount percent into SP. Mark price is equal to 100 by 100 minus discount percent into SP. SP is equal to 100 minus discount percent by 100 into MP. Mark price is 100 by 100 minus discount percent into SP. SP is 100 minus discount percent by 100 into MP. That's all. Yeah. Now, this is your task. We'll just go through the questions and make sure that you can do this by yourself. See here, 30% of 1,800 balls is 25% of so many students is. So you can answer these two easily. Then complete the table. The mark price is given, discount percent is given. You should find the selling price using the formula which we just saw here. Then again, mark price is given, selling price is given. You should find the discount percent. For that also, you should find the discount first. You should first find the discount and then the discount percent. You know the mark price. You're given the mark price and the selling price. So find the discount and then find the discount percent. In the third case, selling price and discount percent is given. You'll have to find the mark price. So you can use the formula here. This formula here. And the third one, at a promotional event, a company offered successive discounts of 5% and 10% on a massage chair that had a suggested retail price, SRP, of $1,650. What is the final selling price of the chair? Yeah, so I think all these questions are comfortable for you to do it by yourself. We'll come back in about 15 minutes. Please keep the answers ready. I'll share the questions on WhatsApp because even I'll be working along with you. But please, I'll unshare my screen for some time. Yeah, I've shared the questions on WhatsApp. I'm unsharing my screen. You can let me know if you completed. Is it going good? Are the questions comfortable? Or you want some help? Yeah, use the emoji, raise your hand, all of you. Okay. All right, show a thumbs up if it's fine, you're able to handle it easily. That's great. Yeah. Just give you some more time. I finished working. I'll just check on you all in the next 5 minutes. Right, it's time to see the answers. I'll just share my screen. Yeah. Please answer what's it for the first one? What comes in the blank here? Yeah, now it's your turn to talk. Are you all there?
Ma'am, is it 540?
540. Very good. 540 is the correct answer. Next one. Quick.
Ma'am, is it 625?
Correct. 625 is correct. Yeah. Fill in the blanks in the table. What is the selling price? What's the formula to find the selling price? You can read from your book. What's the formula to find the selling price given mark price and discount percentage? No, we are not here to waste time, please. Okay, fine. No response. These are the answers. If you have any doubt, you ask me. I presented the first answer. Second one. All right. Okay, this is another topic. So if you keep, a sum of money in the bank, say you have 5,000 rupees, you have saved 5,000 rupees. You want to keep this money in the bank, which gives you 10% simple interest for 1 year. For 1 year, meaning 10% simple interest per annum. You have 5,000 rupees, you have saved 5,000 rupees. You want to keep your money in the bank, and the interest the bank will pay you for your money, because when you keep the money in the bank, it's your money. The bank is using your money. So the bank will give you an interest for using your money, because the money which you keep in the bank will not be idle in the bank. They will use it to give loans to their customers, from whom they will charge a greater rate of interest. So they'll give you 10% per annum for using your money of 5,000 rupees. But your money is actually lent out to customers. And from the customer, for your money 5,000, the bank may charge an interest of 20% per annum. So the customer will be paying more interest, but you will be getting lesser than that. That difference is the profit for the bank. That difference in interest is the profit for the bank. So you have 5,000, you want to keep it in the bank. The bank gives you 10% simple interest for 1 year. 10% simple interest per annum. Per meaning for annum meaning year, 1 year. Okay, 10% SI per annum. And like this, you keep the money in the bank, say for 3 years. For 1 year, there's the interest. You want to keep it in the bank for 3 years. So this is the principal, this is the rate, and this is time. It can be called T or N. Now the formula to find the simple interest is principal into rate into time by 100. Principal into rate into time by 100. So in your case, it is 5,000 is the principal into the rate. Rate should always be substituted for 1 year. Okay, 10% interest. If supposing monthly interest is given, supposing the bank gives you 2% monthly interest. So that means 2 into 12. Per month, the interest is 2%. So for the year, into 12, 24% interest per annum. Supposing every 3 months, the interest is, say, 5%. Every 3 months, the interest is 5%. So how many 3 months in a year? 4 times. So the interest per annum for 1 year is 20%. So R should always be substituted for 1 year. Just don't take the value given in the question. See if the interest is given for 1 year. If it is not given for 1 year, you'll have to calculate for 1 year. If it's given for 1 month or 3 months or some weeks, you need to find the interest for 1 year. So that is R. So here it is given for 1 year. So 10% for 1 year into time. Time should always be substituted in years. Supposing it's given 6 months, convert that to years. 6 months is 6 by 12, half a year. Supposing it's given 72 weeks. 72 weeks. So how many days in a year? 73. Oh, no, I'll not say 72 weeks, sorry. 72 days. Let's say 73 days. Okay. So how many days in a year? 365. So 73 divided by 365 years. Time should always be substituted in years. If it's given in months, divide by 12. If it's given in days, divide by 365. If it's given in weeks, then divide by 52. Divide by 52 because 1 year, equals 365 days or 12 months or 52 weeks. 52 weeks will make only 364 days, but it's okay. That's what you have to take. 52 weeks will not make 365 days. It will make only 364 days, but that's the closest you have to take. If you have to convert weeks to years, so say 13 weeks, you need to convert that to years, then divide by 52 weeks. So it'll be 13 ones are 13 fours are 1/4 of a year. 1/4 of a year. If you're given 3 months, you should divide by 12 months. Again, 1/4, 1/4 of a year. If you're given 73 days, divide by 365 days. 73 ones are 73 fives are. So 1/5 of a year. So rate is substituted per annum, time always in years. If it is given in days, divide by 365. If it is given in months, divide by 12. If it's given in weeks, divide by 52. So here it is 3 years divided by 100. On simplifying, you get 500. Okay, 1,500. So this is the interest the bank is going to pay you for using your money for 3 years. So at the end of 3 years, you visit the bank, you want to take out your money, you want to withdraw the money from the bank after 3 years. So what is the money that you can claim from the bank? So you've deposited 5,000. So you'll have to get that back, 5,000. And you'll also, get the interest the bank has to give you for using your money for 3 years, and that is 1,500. So in total, the bank will pay you your money. It will return your money of 5,000 and it will pay you 1,500 interest for using your money for 3 years. So at the end of 3 years, you will get home 6,500 rupees, which is called the amount. So amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. Amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. In this case, 5,000 is the principal, simple interest is 1,500, 6,500. Okay. See the situation. Peter deposited $2,000 in a bank at the rate of 15% per annum simple interest. So principal money is $2,000. Rate of interest is 15%. If he received $5,000 after a few years, after some years, he receives $5,000 from the bank. For how long was the money deposited? That's a question. So clearly, the principal. Show a thumbs up if I'm audible and everything is going good. Okay, thank you. Peter deposited $2,000. So principal is equal to $2,000. Now, after a few years, he gets totally he gets 5,000 rupees. See, 5,000 is not mentioned as the interest. He received $5,000. That means the total money he got from the bank is $5,000. It's not mentioned interest anywhere. If he received $5,000 after a few years, so he goes to the bank after a few years and they give him $5,000. That's it, done. So that means 5,000 is the amount, not the interest. Amount is $5,000. Now, the difference between the amount and principal, you actually gave the bank $2,000, but they are returning 5,000 to you. That means the interest which they have paid you, the simple interest they've given you is amount minus principal, which is 5,000 minus 2,000, which is $3,000. So the bank has given you. How did 2,000 become 5,000? Because the bank has given you some interest. And what is that interest? 5,000 minus 2,000. 3,000 is interest, the simple interest which the bank has given you. You kept only 2,000 in the bank. But after a few years, when you went to the bank is giving you 5,000 rupees. That means that extra 3,000 rupees is the simple interest which the bank is paying you for using your money for so many years. So we found the simple interest. Now, that's not the question. The question is for how long was the money deposited, which means you'll have to find the time. How long? You'll have to find the time. So what's the formula to find time? Time is equal to 100 into SI by P into R. Time is equal to 100 into SI by P into R. Time is equal to 100 into SI by principal into rate. You can write T itself. Time sometimes is, capital letter N is also used to denote time, number of years, no, number N. So you can use N or T. So time is equal to, so 100 into SI, 3,000 by P, 2,000 into R. R is given per annum only. So you can take 15 directly. 15% per annum for 1 year. So you can substitute like this. 3 zeros, 3 zeros. 3 ones are 3 fives are. And 2 fives are is 10. So 100 will be, or you can cancel like 5 20 times and then 2 10 times. So 10 years. So Peter has kept the money in the bank for 10 years. All right. Yeah. So Kale puts 1,500 in a bank for 4 years and gets $129 over the initial amount. What's the initial amount? This is the initial amount. He gets $129 over the initial amount. That means this is the interest. Which of these is the interest? Which of these is the interest? Meaning, is this the interest or this the interest or this the interest? That's the question. Kale puts 1,500 in a bank for 4 years and gets $129 over, more, over meaning more. He gets $129 more than the initial amount from the bank. So that extra money he gets is the interest. Which of these is the interest? So does this number represent interest, or does this number represent interest, or does this number represent interest is the question. So this is what represents interest. Next one. Oh, I think we're given everything. You just have to use the formula. Principal rate time, principal rate time. Okay, this is a direct question. You just have to use a formula to find the simple interest. SI is equal to PTR by 100. Principal into time into rate by 100 and calculate. The next one, Philip deposited a certain sum in a bank at 20% per annum. At the end of 5 years, he withdrew $1,600. How much money did he deposit? Yeah. So Philip deposited a certain amount in a bank. So we don't know the principal money he deposited. But the bank gives him an interest of 20% per annum. That's given to us. And he visits the bank at the end of 5 years. So time T is equal to 5. And he withdrew $1,600. That's the total money he gets out of the bank. So that's the amount. The question is, how much money did he deposit? Meaning you'll have to find the principal. So principal is not known. Rate is 20% and it is per annum. So it's good to substitute. And at the end of 5 years, so T is equal to 5 years. It's in years. So again, you can substitute 5 directly. He withdrew $1,600. So that's the amount. How much money did he deposit? Now, you'll have to check if, these are the formulae available to you. SI is equal to PTR by 100. You have P is equal to 100 into SI by R into T. You also have R is equal to 100 into SI by P into T. Finally, 100 into SI by P into R. So analyze and tell me, see, when you use a formula and substitute the values there, there should be only one unknown. Like supposing you use, you use any one of this formulae, but there is no value for P and there is no value for simple interest also. Then there's no point using that formula, because in one equation, if you have two unknowns, you cannot find anything. When you use a formula, only one thing should be unknown. The rest you should have the values. You should be able to substitute for everything except only one. Then you can work and find the value of that unknown. If you don't know two things in the formula, then you cannot use the formula and find anything. So this formula, see, if you try to use this formula, we don't know simple interest, we don't know the principal also. So you cannot use this. Okay, this formula principal, we don't know simple. Everywhere you will have the same trouble. We don't know principal, we don't know simple interest. We don't know principal, we don't know simple interest. We don't know principal, we don't know simple interest. So none of these formulas we can use. Because we don't know two things. Actually, you'll think about using this one because you'll have to find principal. And principal is 100 into SI by R into T. 100 into SI, we don't know. R into T. R is 20, T is 5. But we don't know SI. And you don't know principal also. You have to find the principal. That's why you're using this formula. But you don't know SI. Then how can you use it? So what you have to do here is, when none of the formula is going to help you, this is what you should do. You cannot use the formula to find the principal, nor any other formula. Principal is, because you'll have to find the principal here, you will try to use this 100 into SI by R into T. But you don't know SI. And you don't know principal also. That's what you have to find. Then how can you use this formula? You don't know this. In this case, what you have to do is, you should say, let the principal be rupees 100. Let the principal be 100. Now find the simple interest for 100 rupees. PTR by 100. 100 into 5 into 20 by 100. So the amount will be principal plus simple interest. Principal is 100 plus simple interest is 100. So 200 rupees. Now, if amount is 200, then principal is 100. If amount is, here it is dollar, right? 1 second. So, yeah. If amount is $200, then the principal is $100. So if the amount is $1,600, then what is the principal? Then what is the principal? So principal is equal to, you'll have to cross multiply. See here, this number into this number divided by this number. 1,600 into 100 by 200. Cross multiply like 1,600 into 100 divided by 200. So 200 ones are 8. So principal is equal to $800. Therefore, Philip had deposited $800. So this is what you do when, no formula can be used. Then you have to then you'll have to assume something. When you cannot use any formula, then you have to assume something. So here we'll have to assume the principal. You'll have to find the principal. So let the principal be 100. So if the principal is 100, rate 20% and time 5 years, what is the interest? $100. Oh, $100. Then what's the amount? principal 100 plus interest 100. $200 is the amount. Now, if amount is $200, then principal is $100. If the amount is $1,600, then what is the principal? Cross multiply 1,600 into 100 by 200 and simplify, you get 800. So Philip had deposited $800. Show a thumbs up if you understood. Very good. Anya deposited $4,500 in a bank. So she deposited, that's a principal. That will give her 1% per month. Okay, so it is 1 into 12, 12% per annum in interest over the next 12 months. The rate of interest per annum is, okay, sorry, I didn't read ahead, I just gave you the answer. It's 1% per month. So for 1 year, it will be 1 into 12, 12% per annum. 1% for every month, 1%. So for 12 months, it will be 12%. And that is what we want. The rate of interest per annum is 12%. 1 into 12, 12%. Next one. Mrs. Bector saved some money each week. And at the end of a few weeks, she had $5,265 to put in an account that gave her 6% half yearly interest. At this rate, how much will her money be worth at the end of 7 years? Listen carefully. So she saves money, Mrs. Bector, she saves money, and for some period of time, she saves money. How long she was saving, that is not our concern, no? How much money is she going to put in the bank? That is what we want. She saved that money in, 10 weeks time, 20 weeks time. That is, that's not going to matter to answer the question. What matters is how much money did she put in the bank? How much money did she put in the bank? That is what matters. How long she needed to save that money is not needed. That we need not understand to answer the question. So Mrs. Bector saved some money each week, and at the end of a few weeks, she had $5,265 to be put in an account. So the principal is 5,265. That's it. And what's the interest? 6% half yearly interest. No, we don't want for half year. We want per annum. So it will be 12% per annum, because for half a year, 6 months, half a year it is 6%. So for 1 year it will be 6 plus 6, 12%. So you know the principal. So you know the principal. You know it is 12% per annum. And you know the time. So you know principal, you know time, you know rate. Now the question is, how much will her money be worth at the end of 7 years? So you must find the simple interest, but that's not what her money is worth. Amount is what you have to find. Principal plus interest. That final value is the worth of her money after 7 years. Find the simple interest and then find the amount. Find the simple interest and then find the amount. That's the worth of her money after 7 years. So what you need to understand in this question is, for how long she was saving this money is not, that information is not required. This is the money she's depositing in the bank. So this is the principal. This is for 6 months, half yearly interest. So 6 months. But we need interest per annum for 1 year. Half a year, 6%. For the other half a year, 6%. So totally 12% per annum. 6 into 2, 12% per annum. Rate is equal to 6 into 2, 12% per annum. How much will her money be worth at the end of 7 years? This is the time. So we should find simple interest first, then amount. That's the worth of her money. Next one. Mrs. Simpson put $1,200 into her bank account and earned simple interest of $600 after a few years. If the rate of interest was 4%, for how long was the money deposited? So what is this? She put this much into her bank account. So this is the principal. She put this in her bank account. So this is the principal. She earned simple interest of $600. So this is the simple interest. After a few years, so we don't know T. T we don't know. If the rate of interest was 4%, it's not given per annum, but we have to assume. It's not given per annum, but you'll have to just assume it as, or maybe it's a printing mistake, I'm not sure. But if nothing is mentioned, you'll have to take the interest for 1 year. So this is the rate. For how long was the money deposited? So which means we'll have to find T. T is equal to 100 into SI by P into R. 100 into SI, 600 by P, 1200 into R, 4. 600 ones are 600 twos are. 2 ones are 250 times. 4, 2 twos are 225 times. So 25 by 2, 12 and a half years. 12 and a half years. The situations may be new, but show a thumbs up if you understood. The questions may be new, but is it clear? One second. I'm out of the meeting into 1 second. I'm not able to see your reactions. 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah, please react now. Okay. 3 out of 3. Okay. See, so much of simple interest may not be there for you, but this is very important. Like in a long run, when you come to standard 10, you will have questions based on, it will not be a direct question on simple interest or compound interest, but it will be a question where you'll have to use this in some corner. It will be a small part of a big answer. Now, this itself is a question. When you come to grade 10, this concept of simple interest or compound interest will be will hold a very small part of a big answer. So in standard 10, it will not be find simple interest or find compound interest. No. But you will have to use this knowledge of simple interest or compound interest to answer a question, and that will be a very small part of that big answer. So don't ignore this chapter. Like supposing it was not done in detail in school or whatever. I don't think it's not important. It is very important. In class 10, it's difficult to, do this in detail. Any teacher will, just assume that, see, you already know it. And even if you say you don't know, you don't, you're not able to recall, it's difficult to teach this part in class 10. It's like helping a child with ABCD when the child is in second or third standard. It's difficult. No, there's so much more to teach. So even if the teacher has, like utmost interest in teaching, it's so difficult for her. When the child is in grade 3 and the child does not know how to, spell basic words or, some very, very basic part, where's the time to do all that? Because there's so much, so many other things to be taught in grade 3. The teacher cannot sit with the basics ABCD or, how to spell simple words. So that's what happens. So now is the time to learn all this. You have a lot of time. So please practice and master this concept. We'll just go through the other questions. If it's similar to what we've discussed now, or if with this discussion you can answer the other questions, you can just do them as homework. Okay, yeah, you can. Okay, so this is your homework. All right. So complete this homework. I'll just stop the recording and give you further instructions.